Howdy, folks. Welcome to the final week of class. Yeah, I'm getting through it here. What a week. It's been a little overwhelming for me. I'm sure it has been for you. I mean, just as we begin to get used to kind of one cataclysmic act, then the sad news of how our nation sees the rips in its fabric once again kind of comes to light. In fact, I am, after this lecture, driving to Atlanta. Many of you know that I'm staying with my mother currently in Alabama, and I'm driving to Atlanta after this lecture to participate in the protests and to kind of at least do my part in helping them be as safe as possible. For our final week, we have quite a bit going on, right? You all have started working on your production curatorials, and many of the groups have already given me the play that they're going to update and the strategies that they're thinking about. You all are welcome to communicate that to me if you haven't already. I'm happy to be of service to help you kind of realize any ideas that might come up in the midst of your discussion. I can at least be a soundboard if you would like. For this week's play, which might actually inspire an update, to be honest, which is why I have you reading it so early in the week, is This Is Our Youth by Kenneth Lonergan, who is one of my favorite playwrights. He's done film and theater, and he is one of the most realist dialogue writers in the business. And he very much is still very active in the theater. Really emerges in the late 90s and well into the 2000s. We are reading his play, This Is Our Youth, which has been considered one of the best plays in the past 25 years by many, many people. I think it was listed in Time Out as number 21 of plays of all time. And yet it's very intimate. It's three characters, Dennis, Warren, and Jessica. They are between the ages of 19 and 21, living in 1982 New York. Now, I mentioned it to you all in the group discussions that I see this play as a portrait of millennials, despite the fact that it's being set in 1982. You can kind of muse on that however you want, but one of the things we do know that's occurring in this play, in this kind of situational drama, is once again another portrait, this one maybe even more prominent than The Goat or Who is Sylvia, of neoliberalism and the economic model that developed during the Reagan era and has since kind of continued in a variation. So economics are kind of at the forefront of this very intimate tale of three friends. And I'm hoping that you can start to suss out some of the definitions of neoliberalism while you're reading the play. Your discussion question this week is also unique in the fact that you do not have to respond to your peers. It is merely a post. And so after you read the play, I'm asking you to kind of understand the characteristics of each of the characters between Dennis, Warren, and Jessica, and to apply them to yourself. Where do you see resemblances of yourself in these characters, either in one character in particular, or maybe a collage of different characteristics from several of the characters, two of the characters, or all three, to identify why you see them possessing that characteristic, and then give examples as to why you embody a similar characteristic through your words and actions. Maybe this is a good chance for you to kind of summon, a scenario where you really demonstrated this characteristic, rather than just kind of saying, well, I am this kind of person. Usually we really convey who we are through our actions and what we say and our motivations. And so This gives you a chance to kind of use art as a way to reflect on your own construction of self, but done in a much more kind of holistic way than anything that we've done prior. And then, of course, you have your final paper, which isn't due until next Monday, but also involves character. And you can read the prompt, but essentially it's applying that theory of scenography recapitulating cosmography to the development of a single character from any of the plays that we've read, as a way to somehow reflect the times, like what the characters choose to do and who they choose to be as a reflection of the times in which they reside, or a conscious rejection of the times in which they reside, as the case may be. But you're kind of highlighting what those times are and kind of examining how that character moves through the space and whether they're reflective of that construct or resistant to it or something in between. And so that ties up our course with these 3 assignments. I'll have a little bit more insight about the paper in Thursday's lecture, but for now, have fun with the curatorial. Please reach out to me. I will be a little busier during the day for as long as these protests go on, because I am going to participate in them for however long it does go on. But you can reach me, and you have my cell phone number in case you want to text me if you have more of kind of an urgent question. Otherwise, I'll keep checking my email. Good luck with everything. Have fun with it, and please be safe.